ever since he announced his bid to purchase Twitter, Elon Musk has become one of the most vocal advocates of free speech and for free speech, even going so far as to announce he was done with the intolerance and divisive nature of the left, Democrats, and that he would be voting Republican from now on. And Musk knew then he would pay a price, even tweeting this, quote, "Political tax on me will escalate dramatically in the coming months." Well, it didn't take months. How about a few hours? A headline from Business Insider said SpaceX flight attendant said Elon Musk exposed himself and propositioned her for sex. Documents show on and on and on. Musk denied the claim and called the story a politically motivated hit piece. Joining me now is Vivek Ramaswamy, author of this book, Woke Inc., and good friend of the show, and good friend of mine. Vivek, it's amazing how obvious the leftists are. Once you start, coming up and bubbling up for free speech and conservatism, and you're getting an audience, they come try and figure out a way to call you either a racist or some sort of sex offender.
One of the things that Elon Musk has properly recognized, Eric, is that there's no point to having billions of dollars if you can't speak your mind freely. That's a lesson that a lot of my old friends from the business world never managed to learn. Saying one thing in private, saying a different thing in public. I'm glad that Elon's gotten to a place in his life where he can at least say openly what he actually believes. It's a lesson I learned early enough in my career that I've been grateful for, too. And what I'd like to do is to have leaders like Elon help get the country and culture to a place where everyday Americans can get to the same place, to be able to express their political beliefs respectfully in public without fear of putting food on the dinner table. But sometimes it might take a guy who doesn't have to worry about putting food on the dinner table to lead the way first. That's been certainly part of my journey. It looks like it's a big part of Elon's, and I hope he leads the culture for the better.
And Vivek, we talked about this months and months ago. Would the pendulum swing too far left? And it feels like it has. And I think you're doing something very fascinating. I love this idea. You're putting together a fund that invests in non-woke companies. Tell us about it. And I love the fact that Peter Thiel's involved with you somehow. Tell us about that. I think this is a great idea.
Yeah, so Eric, it's not even a fund technically. It's an asset management firm that's going to compete with BlackRock and Vanguard, the largest investment firms in the world. But the point here is really to bring a different voice to the table. That's the distinguishing feature of our approach, is to say that, the three largest asset managers in the world today, BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, as I mentioned, they manage over $20 trillion. That is more than the U.S. GDP. And yet they use the money of everyday citizens to bring a voice to corporate America's boardrooms that those everyday citizens would disagree with, telling companies to engage on these fraught political issues, generally on one side of the political spectrum, by the way. Well, our message is different. What we're saying is that if you're a company, you should focus exclusively on delivering excellent products and services to your customers.
I don't mean to cut you off, Vivek, but I have a very important question. We saw Disney really take a hit when they went woke. Also, Netflix lost 200,000 subscribers in the aftermath of being a very woke corporation, and they've pushed back. Do you think that corporations, I've said this for a long time, get this crap out of the boardroom? Are they finally waking up to this, that it's not a good idea to alienate half your customer base?
We are on the cusp of a major change in the tide, Eric. And I think Netflix is a great example of that you just brought up. After the company's stock suffered, after they faced market pressure, what you see is the company's management then sending a memo to employees saying that, if you don't agree with some of the projects you're working on, great, you can show yourself the door. We're going to focus on this lost idea called excellence in our culture. Have I agreed with everything Netflix has done in the past? Absolutely not. Will I applaud a company for righting the ship and starting to head in the right direction? I will. That's a big part of why I founded Strive. A big part of the movement I want to bring to corporate America is to say that companies might have made mistakes in the past. That's okay. Learn from them and the mistakes that you made to right the ship and focus on excellence, which, by the way, Eric, is a unifying idea. That's not a partisan idea. It shouldn't certainly be a partisan idea, a left-wing, a right-wing idea. It's an American idea, and I hope it brings us together.
Well, I wish you very, very much success, Vivek. I love the idea. Again, hey, live request. Let's get Peter Thiel on. I'd love to get him and talk to him about it as well. Maybe you can pass along the invite. Vivek Ramaswamy, thank you so much, and good luck with all your endeavors.
Thank you, Eric. Good to see you.